Hey, what's up, guys? This is Anthony. Welcome to Picksburgh. Hit Flippin Mamma, Kelly, she's going to be with us at 7. I decided to just pop on a little bit early just because there's a few people waiting. So we are going to have an announcement for you guys, but we're going to wait till Kelly's ready. So I figured I would just hop on here, and I'm here with Hunter. He's my little Maltese. Tell everybody hi, Hunter. He's not feeling real good today, so because of that, he likes to stay close. So I figured I'd bring him down here. I made him like a little makeshift doggy bed down here in my shop, so he can lay here and get comfortable. But normally, when he's not feeling good, he likes to be clingy. So I figured I would, let him hang out with us for a little bit. So how's everybody doing today? Everyone doing great? I hope so. Destiny, thank you for being here. You are amazing. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the Shamrock Pixie yet, you'll see her down here in the chat. There should be 3 dots next to her name. Go ahead and click on those and go to her channel and subscribe to her. She's a really awesome YouTuber, and I really think that you'll enjoy her content. So go ahead and click subscribe to her channel. And, of course, I'm a noob. I went ahead and forgot to click the mute button on my thing, but oh, thanks, Destiny. Yeah, he is super cute. He just got a haircut. He did have really long hair. Now he's really short, but I think he just turned 12 last month. He actually, the doctors told us he was going to die when he was like 5.5, 6 years old, and he's a fighter. I'll tell you that much. Going Twice, what's up, man? Glad to see you're in here, man. So, guys, if you haven't heard of Going Twice, he's a brand new YouTuber. He's from the Pittsburgh area. He actually lives like maybe 15, 20 minutes from my house, and he does some really good content. So please show him some love. He's brand new. Like I said, I don't know that he has very many subs. So if we can get him some sub love, I'd really appreciate that. He's a good dude, and he knows his stuff. He goes to the bins a lot, and I would, really appreciate you guys showing him some love and some support. He and I are gonna link up at some point and go do some bins videos together. What are you trying to say, hon? He's breathing his hot, stinky breath all over the computer, and it's just like hit me in the face. It's okay. We love you, buddy. This dog gets me so many likes on videos. So I'll be filming a clip, and he just randomly starts barking for something, and I always say, "Hey guys, Hunter wants you to click like." Every time I do that, he always gets a bunch of likes. Okay, what's the question you have? What advice do you need going twice? And guys, his name's Mark. What advice do you want, Mark? Be happy to help you out with whatever I can. And honestly, there's Destiny's in here. She's very, very knowledgeable. So even if I don't know it, I'm sure she probably does. But yeah, man, I look forward to going to the bins with you whenever we can have time to arrange that. But just like you're watching, Mark, that's what I was telling you. If you ever want to come on here and kind of pitch your channel and whatnot, I'd love to be able to support you and help you get some subs that way too. So how's everybody's week going so far? Okay, so you found a pair of Nike shoes, and you believe that it is Cleveland Cavs logo on it, but I don't. Oh yeah, if you show me, I'll know for sure because I'm like a diehard Cleveland Cavs fan. What's the logo look like? I don't know if there's even any way for you to show me right now. Here, I'll look up a logo for you, and I'll show it. Bubba, why don't you say something, buddy? Okay, so there's a couple different generations of the logo. Yeah, Cincinnati Picker knows a ton. So here's a few different types of Cleveland Cavalier logos. Does it look like any of those? And if it does and it's in a size 12 or 13, holler at your boy. I might want that. It's like I said, I love the calves. Thanks. Yeah, if you could link John, that'd be great. Also, if you want to throw your link down there, Destiny, and Tommy's link as well, just in the off chance that anyone watching doesn't know of your channels, love to show you guys a little bit of love and hopefully get you guys a few more subs too. Okay, it's a size 10.5. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't fit. But yeah, John knows a ton about sports. But if you want to send me a picture of it, I could definitely tell you too if it is calves, or at least I could try to answer it. Thanks for putting John's link down there. Appreciate it. So I heard something kind of cool. Well, I don't know how cool it is, but it got me thinking. As a lot of you guys know, Ashley works at a hospital, and she hears a lot of stuff. And there's, yeah, you got a little bit of a spoiler with the title. Mama won't be on till 7, so I'm gonna wait to kind of talk about this. But it's gonna be awesome. But anyway, hi, Kimberly. I'm glad you're here. You're awesome. Guys, go ahead and click on the 3 dots next to Kimberly at Borderline Hoarderish and click subscribe to her channel. She is one of the most genuine people on YouTube. She's super awesome, and I'm telling you, you'll love her videos. So go ahead and click subscribe to her channel. Okay, I'll watch your video later, Mark, and I'll let you know what I think. I'm subbed to your channel, so I will definitely get a notification when you go live. Oh, this is Hunter, Kimberly. Say hi, buddy. He's not feeling good today, so when he's not feeling good, he likes to basically cling to me. So as you can see, he's just like all bummed out on my shoulder. Not a problem, Kimberly. You're awesome. I appreciate all of your support and nice comments you leave for me. It's really cool of you to do that. But anyway, Ashley had been telling me a story that she overheard when she was working. And I guess somebody was talking about being an employee at Goodwill. And it's the Goodwill right by our house. And I go there a lot. I've never gotten a home run from this Goodwill. I've gotten home runs from other Goodwills, but this Goodwill, like I might get some like lower end bread and butter type stuff, but never any kind of a home run. And I've always thought, well, what the heck? Why can't I ever get anything good? Is this Goodwill just have nobody near it that's donating good stuff? Come to find out, after all these years, there's an employee that works there that his job is he's one of the people that sort all of the stuff, and he cherry picks all of the good stuff for himself. So I got to thinking, man, like who wouldn't love to have that job if you're a reseller? Be the guy in the back of the Goodwill that goes through every single thing that gets donated and just cherry pick it for yourself. But then a part of me is like, well, is that copacetic? Like if because for me as a consumer who's going there to buy stuff, and with my agenda being to resell it, I'm thinking, dang, there's already somebody like on the inside taking all the good stuff and kind of keeping them for himself. But by the same point, I'm thinking, well, if I had access to like unlimited inventory and I could just get awesome stuff, like that would be awesome. So I was kind of wondering what the community's thoughts behind that would be. Like, do you think that's copacetic to work at a Goodwill and kind of cherry pick things for yourself, or do you think that's kind of like something that's not what's the word I'm looking for? That's not on the up and up. That's not something that that you should do. Personally, I don't know. I mean, I think it makes it a lot harder for people, especially people that need to go to Goodwill to genuinely get things that they need to survive, people that are in lower income. I mean, Goodwill makes a ton of money off of free stuff, so I don't know. But that was just something me and Ash were talking about and really got me thinking, like, wow, that's crazy that that actually happens, but then why wouldn't it happen? You know what I mean? And my thing is, if you're an employee, you should still be able to be a consumer, maybe just not during working hours. I don't really know what the parameters should be on something like that, but it really makes a lot of sense why there's not a whole lot of home run stuff there. Like, I've still been able to make money out of the Goodwill, but just not anywhere near what I do if I go to like one that's further from my home. Still, my favorite is the bins, though. It's just so much easier to get stuff cheap and make a lot of money at the bins. Resellers for life. I know some employees at thrift stores in my areas grab things before it gets to the shelves because I heard them talking about it. Yeah, I'm sure it's not just at the Goodwill near me. I'm sure this is probably something that happens in almost every Goodwill out there. I mean, I can't really say that I wouldn't do that, because if it's something that would be considered like non shady, you know what I mean? Like, if it was just, you know, a regular person shopping, I don't see a problem with that. It's just when it gets to the point where Jennifer Hayes says, "Hi all, this doesn't sound like a Bible study, LOL." Yeah, we're going to be talking about that when Mommy gets on. She's going to be on at 7. She had some things to do, so she wasn't able to pop right on. But since I had some people waiting, I just wanted to hop on and, just chat a little bit with people. And since this is basically a reselling channel, I figured I'd talk about reseller stuff. But thanks for being here, Jennifer. I appreciate it. We definitely got some, really cool announcement to make that me and Mama are pretty excited about. I appreciate you guys all being here. She'll be live with us here in about 15 minutes. In case you didn't meet him yet, Jennifer, this is Hunter. He's my dog. He's not feeling good, so he's hanging out with us tonight. Normally he'd be upstairs in his bed, but since he doesn't feel good, I didn't want to leave him there. Okay, Kim. So essentially, I thought we were starting at 6:30, and that's why I titled it that. But since Mama wasn't able to, and I didn't want to leave people hanging, I figured I would just hop in and just start talking about random stuff until she was able to get in. And then once she gets in, we'll talk about what's going on with the Bible study. It's going to be really cool, though, and I hope that all of you guys can be a part of it will, if you would like. But we'll talk about that, like I said, in a little bit once she's available. So I was checking the yard sale treasure map in my area, and this weekend looks like one of the worst weekends thus far. But granted, it's only Tuesday, and a lot of stuff will probably pop up. But typically, in my area, it's a lot better than. Here, let me show you. This is the town I live in, and it's looking like only 2 yard sales, like within the vicinity I live in. So what I was thinking about doing was having my own sale here this weekend. And if I do that, what I'd like to do is a live stream throughout the entire sale. That way everybody can kind of see in real time, like what I'm selling and all that. Any feedback or anything you guys would have in regards to that, any kind of different camera angles or whatnot. I've never actually done a live stream during a yard sale before, so I think that's going to be pretty cool. I was planning to, if we can get to 1K at some point. Granted, we're still a ways off, like we're only a quarter of the way there. I'd like to be able to do live streams when we go out to the flea market, which is a huge flea market out in Ohio that I try to go to every Friday when it's in, whenever it's nice weather out. Typically, I would love to do some live streaming there as well. I think that'd be awesome. Maybe even get to talk with some vendors and stuff like that, because I know a lot of people out there that have booths and stuff like that, and it's actually a really good sourcing opportunity whenever you meet people out in places like that, and you just kind of let them know what you're doing, and you kind of find out what they're doing and the kind of stuff they're into. I've found so much stuff to source for eBay just getting to know some people at the flea market. It's been amazing. But yeah, there's some people that, you know, don't have like the best reaction to a reseller, but that's one of the areas I found like people are very open to reselling and basically give you deals when you resell because they're kind of into the same thing. Come here, buddy. Just picked up this thing earlier today for $1. It's a Guitar Hero. It's for the Game Boy Advance, I believe. Basically, you just slide it into the bottom of the Game Boy, and you can like play guitar with it. Thought that was pretty cool. I haven't like looked up comps or tested it yet. My Game Boy is like upstairs put away, so I got to like go through some stuff and pull it out. But I figure that's for $1. I'll probably make, if I had to guess off the top of my head, $10 to $20 just off of that. If I take the lid off, huh? But yeah, I was happy to find that. I do pretty well with pretty much anything Nintendo related. A couple other things while I was out. Let's see if I can show you a couple of them. Let me set the dog down real quick. Come here, buddy. This is something that you guys could probably help me out with. Does anybody know what this guy's to? He's like a robot. He's like, he battery operated. I think it takes like 4 AA's. He's reasonably tall. Not real sure what this is to. I just set him down here in his makeshift bed I made for him. He's already scratching. He wants out. He wants to come back to you guys. Check this out. I basically just put a pillow inside of a shipping box. And that's like his, that's his hangout down here. At least it's supposed to be. Sorry about the sun glaring in. But yeah, if anybody knows what that robot is, that'd be really helpful. Just because I'm not sure what it is. But for $2, I figured it looked like something that was more valuable. So I picked that up too. Got a couple other things too. Let me show you. Chill out a minute, buddy, okay? I got a whole box full of like old Bibles and like religious books and stuff like that too. A lot of this stuff was just like super cheap, like $0.25, 25 cents. Got this 1-year Bible. Trying to see what translation this is. I believe it's the Living Bible. It's not in the greatest shape, and it's not leather bound. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah, no problem, Destiny. I know how that goes. I watch a lot of my YouTube on my phone, so I understand completely about the dead zones. Go ahead. This dude likes perching on my shoulder like a parrot. I don't know why, but like that comforts him for some reason. A book called Celebrating Jesus, Steps to Peace with God. You know, like I said, these were all super cheap. So I picked up a lot of this stuff today. I filmed the video, but I kept getting phone calls while I was filming it. So I don't even know if I'm going to actually put together the video because like there's so many jumps in it. It just, A lot of it probably doesn't make much sense. This one's kind of cool. This is a King James Bible, leather bound, and it has like a dictionary and like study help in it. Like I said, every single one of these books was like either 25 cents or 50 cents. So like I figured it was a no-brainer to pick this stuff up. Got several of these ones. These are giant print King James Bibles. They've got like the gold pages. They're not in like mint shape, but for as cheap as I got them, they're definitely worth picking up. I got a really cool Bible to show you guys. Got that over on my shelf. Hold on. I don't even remember where I picked this up. It might have been a yard sale or something. But it's a NLT, New Living Translation. And it's like one of these things where you can actually like build like a puzzle or whatever on it. You can like actually customize it any way you want. I'm assuming this is like a little girl's Bible, but it has like even one of these like little straps like you'd have on like a diary that a little girl would have. And it's just like a regular Bible on the inside. But I thought it was pretty cool. Whoever owned this made like a heart on the front out of these pieces. I don't even know if these would be considered, like they're kind of Lego-esque, but they're not obviously Legos. I thought that was pretty cool too. That was one of the more interesting ones I found. Like I said, Mama will be on here in about 5 minutes, and we can actually like really kick the show off. Because this whole thing that we're going to be doing was kind of her brainchild anyway. But I feel it's only right for her to announce it. Was anybody on the live stream that Mama had yesterday that I was on, by chance? That was kind of where we, kind of brainstormed up this idea on a live stream. There you go, buddy. Stand there a minute. Plug the computer back in so it doesn't die on us. There we go. We're in like Flint now. Hey, Craig, what's up, man? Land Shark Picker's in the house. Say what's up. Woo, woo. He's probably hating me because he's not feeling good right now, and I'm making him wave to people and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, buddy. You don't feel good. It's okay. Hey, not much, Craig. Glad you're here. Mama's going to be in with us here in a minute. Looks like we just had a sale. Love that cha-ching. Any of you resellers out there know what I mean. I sold ink. HP ink. Got $31.96 on that sale. If you can even see it. But cha-ching. That's what I like to hear. I actually haven't had too many listings yet today. I got a whole bunch I want to put up. My wife's working overnight tonight, so typically I'll try to put in most of my work when she's working. That way I can spend time with her. Since she works 12s and she's gone like all the time, I try to take some time off to kind of spend with her, whenever she's here. So we kind of hung out today, and she's on a big Grey's Anatomy kick, so we kind of Netflix and chilled most of the day. Had to do some cooking for her, but she's at work now, and she won't be home till like 7 in the morning. She's doing an overnight shift. So that leaves me a whole lot of time for YouTube and reselling. And the cool thing is, like, with her working so much, I've been listing like crazy lately. I was just the other day, I went over 1,200 listings, and I think maybe a month ago I was sitting at like 800. So like I've been like really cranking out the listings lately, and I've just been having like sales like crazy lately. Not making like crazy money or nothing like that, but every little bit helps. Oh, that sucks, man. Mark doesn't get the cha-ching anymore. That's like, I tell Ash all the time that's my favorite sound. Every time it goes off, and she'll yell at me because it doesn't really matter where we're at. We could be at like a romantic date. If I hear the cha-ching, I'm reaching for my pocket. I'm sure a lot of you guys are the same, though. It's just exciting to see what sells. Gets me fired up to hear the cha-ching because I know that like my hard work is starting to pay off. It's like a little baby paycheck coming my way every time that happens. So I like that. Couple more minutes here from Mama. Yeah, I don't know what you can do to get that cha-ching back, man. Yeah, I would probably, for me, I would risk deleting it and redoing it just because that's like one of my favorite things that happens on eBay is the cha-ching. I had this one guy I've been dealing with for like the last 3 days. I sold a pair of Asics Gel Nimbus 18. They're men's running shoes. I had them in a size 8.5, which is like tougher to sell for men because it's like smaller. But anyway, this guy sends me an offer. I've been sitting on these shoes for like a year, maybe more. He sends me a $10 offer, and I'm thinking, man, it's $10, but I probably only got like less than $2 into them because I bought them at the bins, so it's like next to nothing. And I said, to heck with it. I'm just going to get these out because I have so many shoes here. It's like disgusting. You know what I mean? And these shoes aren't in the best shape. So I accept his $10 offer. He sends no like little note with it or anything like that. And then within an hour, I get a message from, oh, yeah, throw free shipping in too. And this guy lives far enough away to where if I threw in free shipping, the only thing left over would be like $1. So after like fees and everything like that, I'd be giving him the shoes for free. So I pretty much just sent him back a note, just telling him that. Like I broke it down, letting him know that I might as well just give you the shoes for free if I'm giving it to you free shipping. Like you didn't say anything about free shipping in the note, blah blah blah. So then I basically just told him like, look, I think I'm just going to stick with where I'm at. I'm giving you a fair deal as is. Like I already gave you a best offer. Like you sent me the offer. You didn't say anything about it. So I'm going to stick with the shipping and for the reasons I've just stated. So then every single day from that point, I think that I said that was like Saturday. Every single day since then, he's been sending me like, well, why don't you do this? I'll pay the shipping, but give me the shoes for $3. I'm like, no, no, I'm not. Like I'm already giving you a deal, man. And then the next day he's like, I'll pay the shipping, give me the shoes for $5. And it's like, no. And then like literally every day he's hitting me back like through messages. Well, I'll pay the shipping, but then just give it to me for this or just give it to me for that. And I've been dealing with this guy for like 4 days. And like every time I'm trying not to be like mean writing back to him, or I'm trying not to, come off like I'm ungrateful for, his business. But it's just like one thing after another with this guy. Finally, I just said, like, look, because he just kept offering and upping it like $1 each time. So finally, I just said, look, I'll take the $3 off and give it to you for $7, but this has to be the last time you message me about this. I don't care if you get it and you're unhappy with the shoes. There's nothing more I'm doing for you. So essentially, I'm gonna have to pull that order here tonight and send them out. I'm like literally making next to nothing on these shoes, but to have this guy quit blowing my phone up like 5 times a day with like lowball offers is worth it. But my thing is like you've already made the offer, it's already been accepted. How are you then going to begin bartering again after the fact? You know what I mean? Like I just hate getting people like that to deal with. I don't know if you guys have any idea or any comments or concerns with that, or if you get them people too. Um, that's what I've been dealing with like the last couple of days, and it's just been every time I get a message from them, it's just been like irritating the living heck out of me because it's like I already gave you a discount in the very beginning of our negotiating, so like he's been like kind of trying to chip away at me, and I guess it kind of worked because I just got so irritated. I just basically told him to go away. Here's your discount. But like I said, I've been sitting on those shoes for so long, it doesn't even really make that much of a difference to me. Happy to see the shoes go, and I'm happy to see him go with them. Yeah, no problem, Kim. No problem at all. Craig, I don't know how you don't have a wrench yet, my man. I'm going to go ahead and rectify that right now. As is customary with my channel. Oh. You've now been wrenched. Yeah, so Craig's saying offers have no effect on shipping. Offers for product only. Yeah, and what I meant by that was sometimes I'll get offers whenever somebody sends me something, and it'll come with a little note attached to it. You know, I'll pay this price, but I would like free shipping. So I've had that happen before too. I've even had people offer me a little bit more than what I'm asking for the item if I include free shipping. So it was just one of those things where this guy is trying to say, well, I gave you this offer, but now you have to give me free shipping. He was just kind of trying to get over on me. Nice. Kimberly called you Master Splinter. That's awesome. Awesome. He's getting the Mark's getting the cha-ching again. That's what's up. Again, guys, if you haven't had a chance yet, going twice here in the chat. His name's Mark. He's a reseller from Pittsburgh. If you could show him some love. He didn't really have very many subs, and I'd love to see him, you know, at least get to 100 or something like that. So if you could show him a little bit of love, go and click on his videos. He knows what he's talking about. I've seen some of his stuff, but he's a good dude. Oh, cool. Racket bag. That's what's up. Is that like I'm guessing a tennis racket, or is that like a racquetball type thing? As you can tell, I don't really mess around with it too much. Ash used to be a pretty good tennis player in high school, though. I was never a big fan. I like to mess with her, though. Like, if you ever see Ash live, talk to her about the time Anthony beat her at tennis. It never really happened, but I mess with her and say that that's what's up, Mark. There you go, man. You're up to 54 already? That's what's up. Craig, man, you need to come back to the Berg. Treat you to some dinner when you come out here, man. Let me know.
Hello!
Oh, there she is.
Are we live?
We are. Yeah.
Hi! Good thing I'm clothed.
Yeah, I probably should have let you know that first.
Oh, no, you're fine. I would never FaceTime you not clothed anyway.
I figured as much.
Yeah. One could only hope, right? See my new sunglasses?
Nice.
Those sweet sunglasses.
It's because your future is so bright you have to wear shades.
You know what? I was just telling my husband on the way home how lifted I felt. And I just feel so different. Awesome. And after I got off the phone with you, or off the YouTubes or the Google Hangouts with you, I was just in such a good mood. Awesome. When we were in Ollie's. So all excited. Your baby's still not feeling good?
No. He's not feeling good. He needs some Flippin Mamma in his life.
Oh, hello, sweetness. What's his name?
Hunter.
Hunter.
Oh, you hear somebody calling your name?
Hunter. It's Mama.
Sorry.
It's Mama, baby. It's Mama, Hunter. Hunter. I can hear my dog coughing right now. I'll bring him in here.
Cool. You guys are gonna have your own little Paw Patrol in here.
Come here. Oh, that's Scrappy that's coughing. Come on, guys.
Hunter, you want to meet a friend? You want to meet a friend? Look at that. Meet your friend. Hello.
Say hi.
Look, Bubba. Look. See the doggy?
Hey. Hi. Do you see Doggy? See Doggy?
Oh, your dog's cute.
Thank you. This is the one that's on hospice.
Oh.
Tomorrow might be the day. We don't know.
Poor little guy.
Probably not, though. He has a lung tumor.
Uh-huh.
There's a tumor in his lung that is inoperable. It is the size of his entire lung, just about.
Wow.
And they think it's probably grown now so that it is his whole lung, which is why he's having trouble breathing. You burped in my face.
Yeah, my dogs do that too.
But yeah, he was shaking earlier, like having little tiny mini seizures, and his eyes were real big when I was doing my live this morning.
Yeah.
But he seems to be okay now. He's all could be he's happy because we're home.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You want to lay on my coat? Here, lay on my coat. There you go. There you go. Nice soft blankie for my puppies. And this is my Scrappy. The one that you just saw was Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
And this is Scrappy.
Oh, he's cute too. How old are your dogs?
This one is the son of Rocky, and
Okay.
he's 11.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be 12
Mm-hmm.
November 1st, and then Rocky's 13.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Chloe is actually Hunter's daughter, so that's cool. We kind of have,
father son and mother daughter or mother son.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Whenever I pick this guy up when I'm going potty, he likes to sit. He'll come up to me and want to sit on my knee, but when he does, watch what he does with his head. It goes right to my side.
Yeah.
Then he'll try and kiss me, and then right to my side.
Hunter, you see the doggy?
Look.
Hunter, you see doggy?
Lift him up. Say hi.
Say hi.
Say hi. Say hi.
If this was a TV, he'd be barking. I don't know why he's not barking, being that it's...
This one gets... I have to be careful because he gets something on the end of his you-know-what. And I always have to check him for that.
Gotcha.
And now I have to put sanitizer on my hands. So, have you told everybody what's going on?
No, I was waiting on you. I was just kind of BSing with them.
Okay.
A lot of them came in like, what? You're not talking about the Bible. What's happening here?
What's the title?
New weekly live Bible study with Flippin Mamma.
Woohoo! So this is what we're planning on doing, guys. First of all, I'm sorry I look so beautiful. I know it must be hard to look at this wind blowing. We had our windows down and all the air was just going. You know when your hair is just going everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you probably don't.
I don't have that problem anymore.
You know when your beard is going everywhere. So this is what is going on. I invited Anthony into my live chat. Just a working hangout, let's talk for, I don't even remember how it was, something about a quote from the Bible or something. And we were talking about passion or something. We got into talking about the Bible and everything. And I was so into the conversation, and Anthony was so into the conversation because I don't have anybody to talk boxing to except for NASCAR man 3345. He's my boxing buddy, and sometimes Lou hustles if we ever can connect. But it's the same way. I can never talk the Lord with people. But I could with Anthony. And Anthony and I, we hit it off right away. I mean, almost instantaneously, you and I had this odd connection. I thought it was a mother-son connection, but then I found out you're 34. So it's a big sister, little brother connection, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, but you
Yeah.
just seem so much older than me and wiser than me and more centered and grounded than me. You know what I mean? It's like I just aspire to have your tranquility. I just want to be tranquil like you are. And you know, I just love everything about you. I love your personality. I was telling my husband all about you.
Oh.
And he's just like, yeah, yeah. I'm thinking in his head, he's thinking, one more man you're telling me about. One more man I have to listen to you say, I love you, baby. Because I do that,
Yeah. Definitely.
I told Todd, because Todd and I always, the flippin' hustler,
Yeah.
we always say, I love you. We always end our conversations with, I love you. Because we're like brother and sister. We're super good friends,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know. And like he always says, I'm the only reseller that's in his phone, because I mean that's how close we are. But um, one day we were on the phone and my husband and I were in the car and I was like, "All right, baby, I love you," and he's like, we were on speaker.
yeah.
He's like, "I love you too," and then we hang up and my husband looks over at me and he's just looking at me like, and I'm like, I know. I'm saying I love you to another man in front of my husband, but he understands. He understands. So I'm going to wear my wedding ring. Do you know why? It's sitting here. I was testing it. I was doing a tutorial earlier for how to test for gold and silver,
Uh-huh.
and it happened to just be there. I was using it. Is it focused?
Yeah.
That's my ring. But it needs every single one of those stones needs to be retipped so I can never wear it. Well, we should probably get to talking because I am a guest on Star, the Flippin' Hippos channel at 8.
Okay.
So we've got to get to getting.
Absolutely.
We want to explain to them, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get home, Anthony.
No, it's fine. Not a big deal.
It was one of those situations where we hadn't been at that store in a very long time, and my husband was just going up and down every aisle and
Mm-hmm.
discovering all the goodies, and we were out of town, so trying to trying to do everything that you do when you're out of town at stores you don't get to go to, except for when you're out of town.
Yeah, for sure.
But so anyway, we were talking the Bible and all of this, and we were really into it. And I said, Anthony, what do you think the chances are, or something to this nature, that you could do a Bible study? Could we do a Bible study? And he's like, absolutely. And I said, I know, I, I'm sorry if I am asking too much of you. And I'm like, we could even do like worksheets and, with questions, and you have to do homework because I love to do homework. I know. I love to do the book work and everything like that. He's like, sure, no problem. And I'm putting all of this work onto him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, which language or which translation should we use? Um, and I don't know what we decided technically because I still don't have a Bible because they didn't have the Bibles that I wanted. So we don't have to use the one that I was going to use, Anthony. If you don't want to, we can use whatever one you want. And when I go tomorrow, that's what I'll pick up.
Okay.
But this man was so generous in saying, Mama, whatever you want to do, I will follow that plan. Whatever you want to do, that's the version that we'll follow. If you want to do study guides, that's what we'll do. If you want, he was just so happy and so inspired that he has another lamb, and that just made me feel so loved and so warm and so welcomed and appreciated. And so I thank you for that.
Yeah, not a
But
problem.
but we don't have to do it that way. But we should decide tonight so when I go to the Christian Bible store tomorrow,
Yeah.
I know what I'm picking up.
Sounds good to me.
So, but I do like your idea of doing PDFs, and we of course encourage everyone, and we're going to do this same thing on my channel too. Um, encourage everyone to come to it, to participate, and I'm just so excited about it. I'm just so
Yeah,
excited about it.
I am too. It's going to be awesome. And essentially, like what I would envision is it to be similar to like a working hangout where we could have multiple people, uh,
Yeah.
just like me and Mama are right now on screen talking back and forth. Also, people in the chat, and I was telling people in Mama's in her live yesterday that I do have a license to be an Assemblies of God pastor. I also am ordained non-denomination as well. So, like, I'm more than qualified to be there to answer questions or to teach or preach or whatever this would entail. So, I'm more than happy to. Even if there's anybody in the chat now that has any questions or anything like that, like I'm more than happy to answer questions regardless of what they are.
Here's the thing that I just absolutely love, and I need to get the chat pulled up. That I absolutely love about Anthony or Antony. I tend to call him Antony. I don't know why. It just is very Sopranos. Is yes, I'm weird. I'm a weird mama. I'm not a normal mama. If you're not familiar with me, yes, I'm gray hair. I'll be 51 this year, but I have a young spirit. I have a young mouth, and I try and have a young mindset. And it's kind of why when I did my name, I did hip, because all the kids tend to be drawn to me because I don't talk like a 51-year-old. I kind of talk like a 30-year-old trucker or seller. And I flip because I sell on eBay and other platforms, just getting in there. And I'm a mama, and I'm a mama to everybody. Kids from the time that my husband and I coached, or my husband coached baseball, I was team mom. They've all called me, they used to call me Big Mama. Now they call me Mama. Everybody calls me Mama. So I am a mama to everybody. So if anybody out there ever needs me, I am here for you. And what I love about Anthony is he is non-judgmental. Absolutely 100% non-judgmental. I told Anthony some things about myself after our live was over yesterday that I thought for sure he needed to know these things before he and I ventured into a Bible study. And he was not even, I mean, it's not like it's things that have been troubling me, things that have been weighing on me. And he was not fazed by them whatsoever. He was just like, hey, I've got similar experiences, and this is, you are loved, and you're perfect. And well, I don't know if you said I was perfect, but you made me feel like I was perfect. And if he can do that for me in a 20-minute conversation, private conversation, and then he prayed for me. And I've never heard anyone pray for me so hard and so strong. I mean, you were praying for me.
Yeah.
And I felt perfect. I mean, that's just how I felt. That's how you made me feel. Like after that was done, well, I told you after that was done that I felt like I had strings on my shoulders, and my husband wasn't really fazed by this, but I had strings on my shoulders, and I was down here, in self-wallow and self-pity and regret and resentment for myself. And I just felt strings pulling me up. My shoulders went back. My head came up. I became so much lighter. I mean, it happened right in front of your eyes, Anthony.
Yeah.
I became so much lighter, and I felt the warmth, and I felt the love. And I feel like it changed me as a person. And it wasn't because I made the decision to do that. I was just engulfed I was engulfed in something. And the other thing I can say or think of that was all the resentment and everything coming off of me and the Lord pulling me up. And as the Lord pulled me up, all of those things went away. Not went away, but at least I can deal with them, And
Yeah.
I have just been such a happy person since then. I mean, I feel like this part of me, okay, is just lighter. It's like you just took 2 layers of fat off of me and dropped them. Not the bottom half, unfortunately, but and if Anthony can do that for me, if Anthony can ask the Lord to do that for me in a 20-minute conversation, what are we going to accomplish, you guys? What are we going to accomplish in getting together once a week and sharing love once a week, sharing the word once a week, sharing our experiences, the things that have happened to us? Let's get together and, maybe Anthony, we can have, like one week we can have this person on the panel or these two people on the panel. The next week we can have these two people on the panel and they can share experiences that may have to do with what we're studying. I mean, I think that would be fantastic.
I agree.
I think that would be, if it's dealing with, shame, or it's dealing with, whatever, that we're studying at the time. And if it's just all positive things we're studying, great. Let's just share positive things, positive things that have happened to us because of the Lord, or things that have happened, like I was sharing with you, because I prayed,
Yeah.
I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. And, not a lot of people on my channel I've talked about the Lord, and I love the Lord and everything, but they haven't seen this side of me.
Yeah.
Because I have never had anybody bring it out of me or make it an okay conversation, because religion and politics are two things that you just don't talk about.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
you can be a different religion and be in our study group. You can be a different denomination, because we're non-denominational. And you can have questions like I have family members that have questions. I have family members that don't believe, and I have family members that just don't know. And then I have family members that are so angry at the Lord they want to not believe, but if you are angry at the Lord, you obviously believe. So and I know that I think that this is something my mother will join too. And yes, that makes me so happy. So, but what are your thoughts on it, Anthony, now that I've vomited all over everybody?
I just think it's going to be really cool. And I just kind of want to feel it out to see where everybody is, and just to kind of see where the Lord's going to lead, as far as what he places on my heart for people. Because one way I even ran services whenever Ashley and I still had our church, whenever it was still open. I would kind of have a game plan going into it, but I would leave it open for, whatever the Lord wanted to do in that time with whatever people that were there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, however you want to run it, baby. However you want to run it. Hi,
Kimberly is asking about Casey. She says, you know what she's talking about.
No, I talked to Darlene about it yesterday. And that's fine, because it's not going to interfere with them at all. I'm still going to attend the Porch Church Network. I'm still going to praise with them. I'm still going to be a part of that. So we're not trying to compete with them in any way. I'm still going to follow along with Casey's scripture, and that is not going to be affected whatsoever. This is just something that Anthony and I are doing because I asked. I like a structured study, Bible study, not just reading the Bible, talking about it a little bit. I like a structured questions and answers. Read this chapter of the Bible and answer these questions. And that's what I was specific with Anthony about. You can do that if you want to do that. And we don't have to discuss it in Bible study, but it's just for you to study that chapter prior to us discussing it the next week. We don't have to go, okay, question 1 read, boom, and now let's talk about it. No, we're just going to talk. We're going to talk about that chapter. We don't necessarily have to go through question 1 through 10, but in going through question 1 through 10 the week prior, you're learning about that chapter. That helps me. Now, not everybody has to do that. Not everybody's going to do that. People that want to do that, that's going to be available to them. We'll have that format for them in a PDF form, that can be emailed to them. That's going to be an option, but you don't have to. You don't have to read anything. You don't have to follow along with anything. If you just want to tune in, and on, that 1 hour or that 2 hours during that week and listen to us discuss it and then put your 2 cents in the chat, you can do that too. So, and I credit Casey and Darlene with getting the ball rolling with me and wanting to do this, because I do, if I'm awake, because sometimes I don't get up in time to be at the beginning of Bible study at Casey's, but I always catch usually the last half of it. And I credit Casey and Darlene with getting that into my heart, getting me in the habit of hearing the word every day and just really firing me up, and getting that passion back into me, because I didn't have it for so long. I didn't have it for so long because I didn't feel worthy of it. I didn't feel I was a good enough person to, to surround myself with that. And so I stayed away from it. And I haven't touched my Bible in 10 years, except to move it to this house. Haven't touched it 10 years. And it was my favorite Bible to read. And I was reading the Bible cover to cover. So that's how much regret and a bad person I thought I was. Okay. And now I want to get my new Bible, whichever translation that we decide to do. And I want to be able to follow along if we're reading. I want to be able to read word for word with Anthony, or follow along word for word with Anthony. And so that's important to me. So I want to get that new Bible tomorrow and, start reading it, and just, I'm so jazzed, but I'm still going to be part of the Porch Network. Absolutely. So,
and from my perspective too, I don't really know who Casey is.
Casey did Treasures.
Okay, gotcha. But from my perspective, I don't have any problem if they even want to come on live with us sometimes. They're more than welcome to. This has nothing to do with competition or anything, but there's a lot of people out there that don't know the Lord, and there's a lot of people out there that want to grow in the Lord. And, being someone with my background, not only in running a church, starting a church, I've been to mission trips in Africa, all over the country, you know what I mean? And I have a lot of training in this specific thing. So I figured that I would love to be a part of, being there for people, even if anyone in this specific chat or anytime we go live, if they have questions, I'm happy to answer them. If they want prayer, I'm happy to pray for them.
Now, in Kimberly, I talked to Darlene when about it, and I had mentioned it to her, and first thing I said to Anthony was, I watch Casey's at 11 o'clock. As soon as I get up, I tune in, and and I said, I'm still going to watch his and participate in that, every chance that I can. I want to, because they are my family. Just because it's a different translation doesn't mean that I still can't get anything out of it. But I credit Casey and Darlene and everybody else that's in that chat every morning. You, Kimmy, too. You, Jen, too. You guys have all lifted me up so much. And I've been so inspired by attending that Bible study that not only do I want to attend another one, but I want to be part of it. Mm-hmm. And it has inspired me so much. And Anthony inspires me so much. And Anthony and I just have this connection, and it's, he's just a great kid, a great guy. Sorry.
No problem.
He's just a great guy. And I keep forgetting you're over 30. I thought you were a kid, but you're not because you're way over 30. So,
Well, I
but
wear the hat so you won't see my hairline.
oh, okay. Well, thanks, Anthony. Um, but yeah, just it's gotten me so pumped, and ever since we were talking about this, you can tell in my voice, Anthony, when we talk on the phone and stuff like that. I'm
Mhm.
just so excited about it.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
I'm just so excited about it. So yeah, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Yeah, and I really think this is going to be a both and moment, not like an either or thing. I actually just in hearing, what you told me yesterday about, um, the porch church, I wouldn't mind checking it out myself. I personally try to keep involved with as much different ministry stuff as I can. One of
Hang
my
on,
one
hang
of my
on,
best. Sorry.
Anthony, hang on just 1 second, honey. I'm sorry. Kimmy, did something happen over at Church Network? Because you had said you just noticed I kept failing to mention Casey, and then it came off a little weird, especially the timing. What is it? Because Casey's on a trip or something? I noticed he was gone, but I guess I don't know specifics. Did something happen? Because I noticed that day Casey wasn't at Bible study. What happened? I don't understand what the timing is. Hang on, Anthony. Now I'm worried.
Okay, no worries.
I haven't talked to Casey in a little bit. I haven't talked to Darlene in a little bit. Just online. I want to see if there's anything going on with Casey. Oh, no, 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 no. I didn't say I didn't have Christian friends. I've got Christian friends, but not anybody that I can talk to about. I can talk to the Lord about people, but to get down in the nitty gritty of personal things, um, I won't do that. Because I was too ashamed. I mean, I'm talking things back in childhood, okay, and all the way up. And it's just something about Anthony. I wanted to tell him. I think it was because he is a minister, and I know Casey's a minister too. And I've talked to Casey a little bit about some of these things, um, quite a bit of it actually. But there were some things that I discussed with Anthony that I've not discussed with anybody else. Um, and so that's what I meant by I didn't have anybody to talk to about that, or it was nice to have somebody to talk to. It was about personal things that were discussed in private. So no disrespect to any of you guys. And Kimmy, you know how much I love you. You know how much I love you. Um, so it was no disrespect to anybody. It's just it has to do with the connection that Anthony and I have, and part of that was wanting to do this and just feel the Lord even more. And Casey and Darlene are the ones that started that fire in me. They started that fire in me, and Anthony and I were talking about it, and it just popped out of my mouth. Hey, we should do a Bible study. But I accredit that to Casey and Darlene, because I would never have thought a year ago that I would be listening to a Bible study, let alone partaking in one myself. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm
But
excited.
I think it's going to be awesome. And honestly, it might not even be a bad idea just to reach out to Casey and Darlene. Like, I don't know either one of them personally, but I mean, it's one of those things where the church is kind of like it's a capital C more than a lowercase c, meaning that like we're all one body. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
all the same body of Christ. So
they're going to be
um,
fine. They're going to
we
be
yeah,
absolutely
we would.
fine with it. I'm still going to be welcome there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Absolutely.
sure.
And they'll be welcome. They'll come to ours, and
Absolutely.
it'll be a beautiful thing. It'll be absolutely beautiful thing. And I cannot believe, Anthony, that I am just jumping in feet first. I mean, a miracle happened to me last night, and you were part of that miracle. And I'm just so grateful. I'm just so grateful. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So, um, What translation would you prefer to use?
The one I like the best is the New Living Translation, just because it's the most accurate version that is that is also the easiest to understand.
Okay, so that's NLT.
NLT, yeah.
Okay, that's the one that I was talking about too. That's the one that I was talking about too, that I thought Ollie's had, and they had the workbooks, but they didn't. It was the international for the new international version. So okay, so then I'll pick up NLT and I'll see what literature they have as far as textbooks and things like that, because I can, not textbooks, but like question books and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Study guides, because I can always buy one and then make a copy, scan it or whatever, and that's what we can email to people.
Yeah, Kimberly, if you want, you can actually even pop it in the chat. That way, if anybody else wants to go back and watch it too, that'd be really cool. I
was on the show yesterday, on their show yesterday. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was kind of telling her what you and I had talked about and how jazzed I was about it.
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I've actually been wanting to do something like this for a while. One of my very best friends, the guy who co-pastored the church being actually started, he has a Facebook ministry, and every day at 8 a.m. he goes live and teaches a sermon. It's just super cool. And I always told him, like, especially because I've had this passion to start YouTube for a while, and I just haven't really done much with it. My other channel basically was just a channel I'd log into to view stuff. It used to be our old church's YouTube channel, where every week after we were done, because we do Facebook Live at the church, where we would broadcast all of our sermons directly to our Facebook page, and then I would take those sermons from there and stick them on this YouTube channel, and really not do a whole lot with it except for actually use it to go on and watch the videos I like to watch on my own. So I'm just going to reactivate that YouTube channel. And I was telling Kelly, maybe every week I'll even upload a sermon on there too, more so than just our weekly live show.
Mm-hmm. Like your sermon from church. Yeah. And what kind of got me really jazzed about this is that I could be a participant, and because I do get so much from, and there's a lot of times when I listen to the Church Porch Network, or the Porch Church Network, that I don't even chime in and say hi to people. It's just I'm feeling down.
Yeah.
I'm feeling because of my depression and anxiety, I'm not feeling worthy enough to talk to the people in the chat. And I know that seems silly. And it doesn't mean that I'm not in a good mood or that I didn't do a live of my own channel that day. It just means, when I'm listening to the word, I don't feel worthy enough to participate. And so I may not even say hi to people when I'm in that chat. But what I think I'm looking to gain out of this between you and I is I am an active participant in it. And you and I are working as a team to do this, and it's just an extra an extra inspiration and whatnot for me. So, but I would never have been able to do this if it hadn't have been for them. Never.
Absolutely.
Never, because the road started with them, and the layers of the onion were peeling off with them. And I've had some really nice conversations with Casey about things, but I don't know why. I think it's because we were having such a great conversation, and it was so long. It was like 2 hours long, and I was just like, let's do a Bible study. It just, I think I just blurted it out, but yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to be welcome. I am going to put together like a homework per se, because this is what I want to do. We'll have an outline of what we're going to study. This is what we're going to study this week. This is what we'll study this week. This is what we'll study this week. And it may change a little bit, but we'll always study what we plan on for the week coming up. And then we'll have the week before to study for that Bible study. And I am going to have a workbook now that I know the translation and I know what we're going to be, what we'll be studying for that week. I can actually read my Bible and have a study guide that is the same translation, it's the same language, and I can do my homework because that's really how I learn and how everything soaks in. And that's how I want to do it. But that's for me. Anybody else wants to do that, they can, I'll make sure that they get the same literature and copies of it and everything on PDF through email, and they can do the same thing too. But not everybody has to do that. Anthony may not even, I'll forward him a copy of it, but it's not like he's going to do it, or, he can if he wants to, but that's how I want to do it. So everybody gets to choose how they want to do it.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. It'd be nice to have the material there for people if they want it, and if they don't, cool. Just the way I always ran, anything to do with the Lord is come as you are, participate as you are. You don't need to be any special type of person or present yourself in any special type of way. Just come as you are and be who you are, and let's just have a genuine fellowship with us and the Lord, and we can all learn together. I've never claimed to know more than anybody else. If once you stop learning, you stop growing. So like, I'll never stop learning. I'll never stop growing. It's just one of those things where iron sharpens iron. So I'm sure that I'll get just as much out of this as we put into it. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are going to really bless me in many ways just for being a part of this.
And you know what? Even if it ends up just being you and I, Anthony, that's okay too. Because Lord knows that I need a lot of work.
Yeah, me both. We all do.
So, but yeah. So, when are we thinking to start this? We were thinking what days?
Tuesdays at 2 p.m.
Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Correct.
Yep. And I just shared a link to my other channel.
Okay.
The title of the channel might change, like the name of the channel, but you have the link there, so you can just click on it, and you can click subscribe. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure. We'll see where this goes. I essentially just named it Celender Ministries, which is my last name, and like it was my church's old YouTube channel, which no longer exists. So I just kind of named it after myself because I didn't really plan on doing anything else with it until Kelly and I had that conversation yesterday.
Yeah, it just kind of like flew out of my mouth. Mm-hmm. And I'll have to go back and watch it because it was just, we were talking and I just went, Anthony, we should do a Bible study.
Yep.
Will you do that? He's like, absolutely. And boy, that was all it took. I was because I participated in a Bible study years back, and I really, really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. And we met once a week and we talked about the things that we were assigned to study and everything, and I just got so much out of it. And then the people that I was doing Bible study with moved, the main people, and everybody just got separated. We just all got separated, and I really, really missed it. And so now that we have the YouTubes, we can all be together, but everybody be in a different state. Like, what state are you in, Anthony?
Pennsylvania.
So, Pittsburgh. Yep, that's right. I forgot. So, yeah, I'm super excited.
It's going to be awesome. I definitely want to leave you enough time to hop over to your next live stream. If you want to drop the link to the channel that you're going over to next, maybe everybody can follow you.
Yeah, well, I think everybody follows the Flippin Hippos or the Flippin Hippo.
Also, if you guys aren't subscribed to Kelly, her YouTube channel is Flippin Mamma. We really want to get her to 1,000 subs. So # get Mama 1K.
You're so sweet. You are so sweet, Anthony. Yeah, here's the thing. I've got my watch time. I just don't have my subs, and that's okay. The ones I have, if I never go above what I have now, um, that's okay because I love every single one of them.
Absolutely. That's the important thing. But she's going to get ready to drop a link down in the chat for you guys. And then if you guys want to hop over there, 8 o'clock starts that next live show she's on. And show her some love. Tell the Flippin' Hippos that Mama sent you.
Yeah, it's Star. She's so sweet. She's just so nice.
Awesome.
Well, Anthony, I love you so much. I know I say that to everybody, and I do. I say it to everybody. I said it to somebody at Big Lots today that helped me. I went, "Oh, thank you, baby. Mama loves you." He kind of looked at me and I went, "Oh, geez, I'm sorry." I just, Hey, Angie, Treasured Vintage. How are you, my sweetness?
We can't wait to have you there, Angie.
Yeah, hopefully. Anthony and I were just talking about we're going to start up a Bible study. In addition to Casey and Darlene's Bible study, this is just going to be a separate one, following a different translation than what Casey follows. But yeah, Anthony and I are going to do it a little bit different format, and it's going to be, at least on my part, like a study type of Bible study where I have the literature and it's like homework that I'm going to do for myself, and other people, if they want to partake in it, I'll send them PDFs of the same information. But that's what we're talking about today, is that the new Bible study that we're going to have, Anthony and I. It's on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Anthony's channel, which is up in the chat.
Yep, it'll be on my other channel, which is it's the last thing that I linked.
And what's your last name, Anthony? Tell him again.
Celender, Celender.
Celender.
The other channel is currently titled Celender Ministries. Like I said, that might change, but the link is still there. It's still going to be valid whether I change the title of that channel or not.
I like the title. I like that title. So, yeah, I like that title. But okay then. Anthony, thank you so much for your patience. I know Tom and I were out, and we were gone for a long time, but we were out of town, and then we stopped to eat because we hadn't eaten all day. My husband works at 4 a.m. in the morning, and he hadn't eaten all day, and I hadn't eaten all day, and so yeah. But you guys, thank you so much for popping in. And Kimmy, you know that I love you so much. And Ange, I love you so much. And Jen, I love you so much. See who else is in here. MSP. LSP, I love you. Even though he doesn't like to admit he loves me, he does. And going twice, I don't know you. So hello. Hello.
Yeah, he's brand new. He lives in Pittsburgh. He's probably 15 minutes from me. So I've been asking people to go ahead and sub to his channel and show him some love.
I'm going to sub right now.
Yeah, he's brand new. I was excited. I got to be his very first sub the other day.
Were you really? Well, I'm sub 56.
Awesome.
Going twice.
You're growing, man. You'll be at 100 before you know it, man. Be passing me up.
All right. Well, I'm going to hop over to Flippin' Hippos.
All
and
right.
Anthony, I love you so much, and I will talk to you probably tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good. Everybody take it easy. Thanks for hanging out tonight, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye, guys. Love you.